if the Modi government is able to make this happen, then all kudos to it. It will take its place in history. At the moment, the timelines have not been revealed. Those of us who've been studying the fine print think it could be a few years, but that doesn't take away from the big historicity of this moment today. Neerja Chaudhary.
Yes, I think if they get the bill passed, yes, it has an impact. Of course, as we were discussing yesterday, the credit for it goes to everybody, really, right from Rajiv Gandhi, who brought 1/3 reservation in the local bodies, wanted to bring and couldn't get it passed. When he was Prime Minister, Narasimha Rao passed it. Deva Gowda, as Prime Minister, introduced the bill in 1996. As we saw, as a picture show, women across parties have fought for it, raised the demand for it. And of course, UPA passed it in the Rajya Sabha in 2010, but didn't push ahead in the Lok Sabha because of reservations expressed by Lalu Prasad Yadav and Mulayam Singh Yadav and the OBC leaders. And finally, now Narendra Modi is all set to get it passed. But the electoral potency of it, Barkha, will it get affected if the bill does not become a reality in 2024 and becomes a reality only in 2029? That is the question mark also. Intention, yes. You move ahead, yes. But does it have the same kind of impact as it might have had it been actually had 181 additional women become a reality in the Lok Sabha in 2024? I don't know the answer to that.
I think that's a fair question, but in some ways that one should compliment the government even more because they've brought something that doesn't yield immediate electoral results necessarily.
Yes, that's right. So intention, symbolism has its place, but reality has a very different kind of, take. So I don't know. I think women are going to be enthused. This is my hunch. Certainly professional women, certainly urban women. But this time I feel rural women are also going to be enthused because you have that large pool of women in the, in the panchayats and municipalities who have been prepared since 1993. With 1/3 reservation in those local bodies and have had experience of governance. As I say, the Ghungat has gone, the Ghungat was very long when they took over. The Ghungat has slowly been going up and has been shed. And it's no longer only Panchpatis, but they themselves have been governing the local bodies. So I think the pool ready to move into state assemblies and into parliament.
Let me bring Shraddha ji as a woman in politics. Shraddha ji, today's day, Aaj ka din, what does it mean to you?
See, today's day is a very much important day for each and every woman who are living in Bharat, because today is a Ganesh Chaturthi and our special session has started in the new parliament building, and the first bill was introduced for the women reservation bill. And apart from, I am coming from BJP, somebody is coming from Congress or any other party, me and women who are seated there, for us it is a very important bill, because when we are talking about the women reservation bill, it is our right, because 50% population is a women population, and women who are working at home and different areas of different kind of fields, different areas. Right now women is working in so many other fields in state and country. They do have their problems, and for that we need a policies, and for that we need a discussion, we need a debate, and for that we need a public representation. And I strongly believe that public representation, because whatever I have in my mind or so many women have in mind, they can discuss very well with the women public representative. And right now in local bodies also 50%, where before that Nirja ji spoke very well कि घूंघट यहाँ से यहाँ आ गया है, मतलब ट्रेंड हो रही हैं लोकल बॉडीज में भी महिलाएं हैं, तो ये बहुत ही एक अच्छा दिन है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम पॉलिटिक्स, वी एज अ विमेन वी मस्ट अप्रिशिएट दिस बिल. कोई पॉलिटिक्स नहीं होनी चाहिए.
तो आप एक तरह से आप कह रही हैं कि दिस इज द मोमेंट टू ट्रांसेंड पॉलिटिक्स, कि पॉलिटिक्स से थोड़ा ऊंचा उठिए.
Definitely. Otherwise, Barkha ji, whenever we are speaking about the women empowerment, seriously, I should not be biased, but we as a women, we are participating really in empowerment, or we are doing something which is not coming in the definition of empowerment. So, La to diya hai bill. Its discussion has been started from the Deva Gowda ji's. Several times it is introduced by the Atal Bihari ji's, because at that time we didn't have that kind of majority. तो ये पास नहीं हुआ था. In UPA also it is passed in Rajya Sabha 2010.
बिल्कुल.
Again, it
बिल्कुल.
is not passed in the Lok Sabha because of some reason, whatever they didn't introduce in the Lok Sabha.
So let me the point you're making, Shraddha ji, is कि आज का दिन ऐसा दिन है कि आप कांग्रेस बीजेपी उस तरह की पॉलिटिक्स मत करिए, ये औरतों का दिन है.
अगर if we all are believing that true women empowerment, we must be united.
Okay,
if we are believing for women empowerment.
Okay. Let me bring in Meeta ji. Some of the most moving images historically. The left and the right don't agree on anything, but those old images of Brinda Karat and Sushma Swaraj, Najma Heptullah hugging, these are very stirring, very powerful images, right? And I think that we should look for that kind of energy today instead of fighting over political credit. हो सकता है कुछ साल लग जाए, but a beginning has been made or another beginning has been made. That's how I will put it. Meeta, would you agree with that?
Okay, good evening to all your viewers. It has been a long-standing demand of the Congress party to have this bill passed. Let us not forget that it was Rajiv Gandhi ji who introduced the idea of panchayat level and urban local body 33% reservation for women. Then it was P.V. Narasimha Rao who got it implemented during his time. And then it was in 2010 during UPA 2 under Dr. Manmohan Singh, and when the UPA chairperson was Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, when this bill actually got passed in Rajya Sabha. We didn't have the necessary numbers that we needed to pass it on Lok Sabha, so we could not pass it on Lok Sabha. We have been constantly writing. There are multiple times when Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, when Mr. Rahul Gandhi, the former Congress presidents, have written to the Prime Minister of the day, asking him, demanding and requesting him to pass this in Lok Sabha, because BJP clearly had that mandate and could have done it in the past 9 years. They had the number since 2014. It was unfortunate that it was not done. And today, when it is being tabled in Lok Sabha, it has come with a new clause which was not there in the original bill that was passed in 2010 in Rajya Sabha, because it now links it with the decadal census, the census results being published, and the delimitation exercise taking place after the results being published. So my limited query is that people who had been looking forward to its implementation before the 2024 general elections, we will possibly not see it in 2024. We'll possibly have to wait till 2029 parliamentary elections to see the actual implementation. Having said that, being a woman in politics, I have contested Lok Sabha in 2019. Yes, I have not won. And being a Congress spokesperson, and being someone who does not come from a political family background, being a professional, because I'm an IT professional who joined, who made a literal entrant into politics. I know it is not easy for a woman across the political divide. If you're not someone's wife, if you're not someone's daughter, and this is across political spectrum, it is not easy to make an impact. And the kind of challenges women face, I mean, personally, many people are anti-reservation and they will say, you are educated, you work for it, you work for your space. Fair enough. But the kind of challenges a woman faces when she does not come from political space, political background is tremendous. And to make an impact, we have to work doubly the hard, really push aggressively.
I think that's the one thing.
Absolutely welcome by all women across political lines.
Thank you. I was just going to say that last point, I think nobody would disagree with. Intuitively, we may have all said reservation ki kya zarurat hai. Once upon a time in our lives, till we actually started living and saw how much resistance there is to actually women in the political space. Dr. Priyam, your thoughts today? I think there are valid questions ki ho sakta hai kuch saal lagenge. The decadal census has to take place. The current law says delimitation can only take place after 2026. The opposition is asking ki ye do muddon ko joda hi kyun? But it's not stopping women from celebrating today. How do you feel, Manisha Priyam?
No, it's definitely a celebratory moment. 3 decades. And I saw parties closest and dearest to my heart and propagating the social justice agenda. Whenever this women's reservation bill issue was passed, they would come down saying, one should not talk about it. But the Parkati Mahila comment, which led me to actually, well, he's no longer there, so I don't want to remember him.
But he said it, historical fact.
Yeah, and anyway, I belonged to a social justice wala family. My parents were all leaders in that. So I never became a Parkati, therefore. But the chance never came. And let me tell you, across political divide now, the situation has changed a lot.